Hi, I'm Ashley, quintessential working mom and perpetual overachiever. I'm a marketing professional by day and career coach by night. I help women advance their careers, their coins, and secure their seat at the table. Nothing has elevated my heart for working women like the birth of my daughter, Corey. Because when it's her turn, I want there to be a seat for her and 10 of her closest friends. But for now, my goal is to help women get to the table and confidently make an impact while there. The proverbial table is a place where decisions that affect many are made by a few. And I'm not just talking about in boardrooms. I'm talking about the table where salaries are offered and negotiated, where clients and projects are distributed, where promotions and performance appraisals are discussed. While in pursuit of our seat at the table, women are commonly told to think strategically, add value, speak up, make your presence known, be direct, quickly get to the point, and don't forget to dress conservatively. Well, tonight, I'm sharing 2 pieces of uncommon but effective career advice. The first, be authentic. Be all of you, all the time. Back in 2013, I realized I was in a role that was no longer serving me. Around that same time, I had that same realization about my relaxed hair. Enter my now glorious afro. As I would schedule interviews, I would also schedule a trip to the salon to have my hair straightened. Because surely I could not land a new job if I interviewed with my hair in the state from which it grew from my head. I got a call from my now employer to come in the next day for an interview. A next day interview meant no time to visit the salon. Distraught, I called my mom. Ashley, she said, if they have a problem with your hair, then they have a problem with you. Her words gave me the courage to show up authentically that day and every day thereafter. It's hard to take risks and do your very best work, the very things that help you advance your career, when you're trying to remember who you're supposed to be that day. Ladies, if there is no room for all of you, go somewhere where there is. I once heard an executive say that she's never been herself at work for fear her colleagues would not accept the real her. That sounds more like a paid prison stint than a career to me. My second piece of advice, remember to apply this interesting acronym when facing certain situations at work. IDGAF. Okay, wait, sorry. My mom is here. Maybe I should say, I don't give a darn. There will always be someone in the room who doesn't want you there, who will question your qualifications and expertise, who will wonder why your afro is so big, your voice so loud, and why you are so persistent. Some will not like you because of who you are and who you are not, and they won't consider you their equal because of that. I am reminded of this every time I make a point in a meeting that falls on deaf ears until echoed by a man in the room. Or when I have to give myself a silent pep talk to speak up, especially when my opinion is different from everyone else's. IDGAF. Because your seat at the table is less about you and more about your ability to impact the decisions that are made by few that affect many. So you don't get to shrink or remain quiet, you simply cannot. Years ago, I was ready to hire a highly skilled woman. It was suggested we pay her less than her predecessor because we could. I advocated fiercely for her because it was the right thing to do. I didn't care who didn't like it. So ladies, know that you can show up authentically at work. Self and success are synonymous. Use the uncouth affirmation, IDGAF, to remind you to take risks, put your own name in the hat, and advocate. Many are counting on you.